Hey, parents or guardians, wanted to take a minute to talk to you about how you can check your students' progress and kind of keep up with what they're doing in class. Some of you are receiving an email from Google Classroom. On the parent email that you get, there's not a ton of information as far as grades. And as you know, in grades 3 through 6, we are currently transitioning over to uh, actual letter and number grades. And it's going to take a little while for teachers to get used to assigning scores like this to student papers, and for students to get used to receiving a score on their paper, and also, of course, parents and guardians to get used to monitoring and checking those scores. So we appreciate your patience as we dive into this. And so if you look here on the Google Classroom homepage, the way you get there is you go to Classroom. You'll see up here at the top, classroom.google.com, and then it's going to ask you to log in. You'll need to log in as your student. That'll be first name dot last name at stu.graves.kyschools.us, and then it'll ask for the password. The student should know this password. It's a GCSD, and then a 4-digit number will get you logged in. As far as this should be your dashboard, your home page, and basically you could click here, this little icon right here. This is my daughter's page, and so you're probably going to see, well, you are going to see some of my daughter's scores. But basically, you would click this little icon here, and that will open up and give you a grade for that particular class, and it will also show you what the student scored on each particular grade. I wouldn't pay much attention to this not turned in. This is kind of a quirk within Google Classroom that the teacher would need to click some things to show the assignments turned in. But don't pay much attention to that. We're just basically looking at the score here. One of the big things I want you to notice is just the number of grades. The number of grades is going to vary by teacher and vary by class, but at this point in the year, there are only 3 or 4 grades, and one high grade or one really low grade can greatly affect a student's score. So basically, you're clicking on just to get the score right here. You can click on the entire tab, and that will take you into the actual Google Classroom. But honestly, you're not going to benefit much from that. You will benefit much more by clicking this little icon here next to the teacher's class name, and it will show you the scores of the student so far. Again, keep in mind there's not many scores, so any one grade will influence that greatly. At this time, I'm going to try to transition to the app and show you what the app looks like. And so I'm moving over to my phone, and on my phone I've got the app installed, Classroom, Google Classroom. And then, of course, same process. You'll have to log in as your student using their password and so forth, and you can see the classes are here. If you click on the 3 dots up there, you're going to get this unenroll button. We don't want to do that, so stay away from those 3 dots. In the Google Classroom app on your phone or on your device, what you'll need to do is you'll have to actually click on, so I'm going to click on 402 Marler Math here, and that's going to open up a page, and basically down at the bottom in the middle of the screen, right here, you can see where it says classwork. So I'm going to click classwork, and then up here at the top is that little icon that I showed you on the web page earlier. We're going to click that icon, and that will take us to the average for that class. Again, you could still see all of the grades. And so that's basically it. You would need to come back, and if you look here, we call that the hamburger button. You'll click that, and that will take you to where you can select the classes. Let's say we wanted to see how she's doing in science class. I would click the science class, and then I would click on classwork, and then I would click on the little button here, and that's going to pull up her grades. Okay, and so we'll close out of this, and let's just get back to our classes there. And that takes us back to our original page. We hope this helps. The big thing I'm excited about is the fact that we are doing letter and number grades, which will be much more understandable to the student and to the parents. We are still tracking standards, obviously, keeping up with what standards students are struggling in, but we felt like you as the parent would need a number, and we think this Google Classroom, as you get used to using it, will help you see exactly where your student is. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you and have a great day.